is raging for the Jubilee Party and to control it. And joining us now is Nyeri Town MP, Ngunjiri Wambugu. And good evening to you, Mheshimiwa. Thank you for speaking to us today. So politicians pretty much went into hiding, leaving the country without emergency laws in the wake of COVID-19. And now when you resurface, it's only to talk politics and to see disturbing party wars still raging in Jubilee. What is the matter with you people, I suppose, is my first question.
Thank you very much. I think the first thing, there's been, you media have been a bit unfair on the members of parliament, because remember, we are in an environment that we've never been in before. And it started immediately we got into recess. We should have been on recess, we should have been mashinani, holding barazas and public officials, which we could not do. So we're back in parliament, we started doing what we were supposed to be doing. But even when we were on recess, we actually created an online discussion forum. And we fed the CS for Health with a lot of ideas that he has implemented as members of parliament. At the same time, we've also gone there as ourselves as individuals. We have been trying to do what we can in our own personal capacities. We've bought masks, we've distributed masks. Like I have distributed masks to all my frontline suppliers of services and products, markets, matatus. And so I think media seems to have been on a rampage to try and make us look like we're not doing anything, which is extremely unfair at this moment in time. Because I think everybody has had to grapple in the dark. I mean, everybody, including yourselves. Usually I would be in the studio with you right now, and we are having to try and figure out how to do this. So we're in a new environment, and members of parliament have done the best that they could do in this environment.
But even so, with that passion defense, and I wasn't expecting anything less than that, Mheshimiwa, you cannot deny that in some ways it is a shame to the governing party, Jubilee, that when the country would be looking at the Jubilee Party to provide leadership or to use its clout right now to promote public good, to really show solidarity with the Kenyan people, what we are being treated to from the very highest offices of the party are these incessant wrangles.
It's actually, I agree with you completely, Anne. I completely agree with you. This is not the time to be having wrangles. This is not the time to be trying to take pot shots at each other. In fact, I wish as a party, what we were doing was mobilizing resources, even from private sector and from ourselves as members, from across. I mean, Jubilee is the largest party in the country. We would be mobilizing resources to try and step up, support people with food, whatever it is that we can do as a party at this moment in time. So I'm as disappointed as you are, as a lot of Kenyans are, in the fact that the first time Jubilee came out, the first time some of our leaders came out as leaders of our party, was to speak about what they think is not going on in the party. I am very proud of the president for the fact that he has not responded to these issues at this moment in time, because at least he's giving us direction, and some of us are taking our cue from him. In terms of where we want to be going, what we're supposed to be focusing on at this moment is how to deal with COVID-19, make sure Kenyans are okay, make sure the Kenyans who have had to stop working are getting some form of livelihood, some food, figure out innovative ways of legislating, going online like we have done, as very many members of parliament have been on online. We actually had an online debate for 30 days. Today is our 30th day, where we sit, we discuss, we look at issues that are coming up, and we develop papers that we actually send to the executive. This is what we are doing, what we should be doing. So I am as embarrassed as you are, that the country is being forced to also see Jubilee in wrangles at this time.
I'm glad we share the embarrassment on that, but if we were to speak particularly to what is going on in the party and the actions of the Secretary General and the resultant furore, if you like, from a section of the party, is the problem with Jubilee right now that it has become what it used to accuse ODM of being, undemocratic, for instance. So why the coup on party officials?
First and foremost, it's important to understand something. There is nothing that the party leadership, in terms of the party in Jubilee House, has done is wrong. My problem is the people who have actually decided to use the actions, which are random, usual general actions, and make them political, a point of a political fight. For example, Anne, Caleb Kositani is our Deputy Secretary General. he was appointed to that position by the party leader. As we speak, the reason he's a deputy SG is because he was appointed to that position by the party leader on an interim basis. All our officials are on an interim basis. The fact that somebody can then, the same Caleb, for example, as a deputy SG, using an example, can then use the position he has to fight with somebody else who has been appointed the same way he's been appointed, is what is really astonishing. As far as I'm concerned, people are just looking for a fight. And it's embarrassing because we are fighting at this time. Because every official in the party has been appointed the same way. The same way they are arguing that is procedural is the same way they have been, is the same way they have been appointed themselves.
Time, so I really need you to be quick on the following. But however you put it, the war for the party has been going on even pre the COVID crisis. It has been absolutely horrendous, and it appears to be a complete affront on the principles and the supposed values that the party sold to Kenyans. And many have opined pre this latest outburst and that Jubilee is dead, that Jubilee is on its deathbed. My question is, why kill Jubilee and the massive investment that it has cost to set up this party through these random battles and wars? Why destroy what would have been an institution in our democracy, at least as per what you sold Kenyans, to destroy one man's ambition, the deputy president's?
I don't think Jubilee is dead, and I don't think Jubilee existence is reliant on one man's ambition. I think Jubilee, for example, Jubilee has 176 members of parliament. It has, I think, 34 members in the Senate. It has governors, 24 governors. It has millions of supporters across the country. I don't think there is any single individual whose ambition can destroy Jubilee. I think there are some people who would want to take control of Jubilee for the ambitions of one individual. And that is the fight we're having right now. That there are some people who would want to take the party so that it can run according to the ambitions of one individual. And there are others among us who are saying that that's not right. The party doesn't belong to the ambitions of any single individual. And it is going to continue growing. This robust debate is also important. I just wish we were having it at a different time, rather than when we're in the middle of a pandemic. But Jubilee is not going anywhere. Nobody is going to kill it. It's going to be around for a long time.
And that is our time. Mheshimiwa Ngunjiri Wambugu, thanks for speaking to us. Stay safe. All the best to you. We're taking a short break, but when we return, we speak to Uasin Gishu legislator Gladys Boshole. She'll